My little title tells how I'm doing today. Well, baby, if you are King Charles, you are looking at William like, are you an idiot? You are looking at William and realizing that, listen, forget about taking the monarchy down when Charles passes. William and his laziness might take the monarchy down now. Baby, Charles is demanding that William and Kate join him for an all staff meeting to talk about the future of the monarchy and the way things go after William embarrassed the whole royal family being lazy and not going to see the women's the lionesses win down in Australia. But it's not even that. Come to find out that even though he wished the lionesses luck, there was an Australian team that was set to play for third place that he didn't even mention, and that's part of the Commonwealth, while the Commonwealth is trying to dissolve. William has made it known that he thinks the Commonwealth is an old thing and won't be around by the time he takes place as king. I don't understand if William actually does he hate the monarchy and he's like the biggest ops trying to take it down? You need the Commonwealth. Without the Commonwealth, you are once again in the same situation as Brexit and in the same situation as Little England. You don't matter. I'm telling y'all, by the time George is 18, William and Kate are going to be opening Tesco's over in Portsmouth. That's all I'm saying. To sweeten the deal and to also make them mad, now Charles is floating that after that meeting, while William is in New York, he's going to sit down and finally have a sit down with Harry, even though we don't know if Meghan's going to be there. Y'all, let's get into this because you can't make this up. So, what happened was, William, if you guys don't know, if you haven't been paying attention, right? William is the captain of the head of the Football Association, the honorary head of it. He fought for that position. He's always a big fanboy for the men's teams. He makes George goes there and dress up like Thurston Howell III or Boss Baby and sit there sweating in hours while he's getting drunk off a beer, being like a bro, right? A proper lad, right? But when it came to the girls' team, which made it to the final to take the World Cup for women's soccer, William couldn't be bothered to leave his vacation. Now, first he tried to say it was because of climate change. And we were like, what are you talking about? You take private jets, all the stuff, plus there's commercial flights. Why can't you do that? Right? I thought you were like all about Mr. Ecology. Then he was like, no, 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 no. You don't understand that. It's not really global emissions. It's also because I couldn't visit Australia before my dad. My dad needs to visit there first. William, you went to Boston first and went to New York plenty of times. Not even that. Charles made it clear that he wants William and Kate to be the ambassadors to all the Commonwealth, and he wants to focus on the places closest to the UK. All right, that didn't fly. William finally got dragged by football officials. You know, Pierce Morgan even dragged him. Do you know how bad you have to mess up for Pierce Morgan to drag you? On top of that, you have waiting for personality Katie. She's busy being like, I'm the power behind the throne. I'm this and I'm that. Kate, you can float all the fake articles you want. Nobody's going to care about you when William divorces you and marries Rose. Seriously. Again, people miss Diana. Baby, Kate is no Diana. Kate's not even a Fergie. Kate's not even a Camilla. Anyway, right? On top of that, you know, her family of little con artists that owe half of London, in my opinion, they're also coming to terms with everything. And anyway, they said King Charles III is set to invite the Prince and Princess of Wales to a historic royal summit to decide the future of the monarchy. It's not the part. He's literally going to sit them down and be like, you guys can't play these games. I slimmed the monarchy down for you. I kicked your brother and his wife out of it. You guys have to start doing work. You must be crazy if you think me and Camilla and how many years old and who is older than you and everybody else that is basically double your age, you must be crazy if you think that we're doing all this work while you and Kate just post stories in like the Daily Mail and cosplay giving a dang. Anyway, right? They said the king plans to tell William and Kate of his aims and tell them to carve out the clear roles for each of them, as well as for himself and Camilla. He hopes to use the couple's star quality to help unite the Commonwealth and secure the monarchy's existence for future generations. So basically, this goes back to the original story where he wanted to send them out to the Commonwealth as ambassadors, and he wanted to send them out together and aside as Now, Kate and William already clapped back and said, "We're not little kids. You can't treat us any way you want." Now that they got that Prince of Wales money, they feel like they don't listen to Charles. The only thing is, who is behind the brains behind Will and Kate? They are destroying the monarchy. They said it's going to be on Balmoral. Uh, the Wells will join him there. But head of the Football Association, William, will not be traveling to Australia to watch alliances in Spain. We know this. Um, they said Charles was very clear. The Commonwealth must be at the very heart of his reign. He sees it as his utmost duty to fulfill the sincere wish of his late mother, that one of his central roles must be to ensure not only the survival, but the robustness. Again, William embarrassed them in Australia. It was a big hit, and his laziness and the fact that William said, "Well, Charles is king, he should have been there." Baby, you are the Prince of Wales, arguably more famous than the king. That's what you keep telling us. On top of that, you are head of the Football Association. It was your job to be there. And you're trying to push that off on your 80-year-old dad. William is pathetic. Anyway, he said that he wants to place great emphasis on the younger couple's role in securing its survival, with plans to ensure they are cementing their own future and that of the monarchy at large. And get this, they're going to make Kate work. They want to take advantage of Kate's undoubted star quality. That's right, Kate. You want to be a star? You want to do jazz hands? Baby, you're going to be doing jazz hands Monday through Friday while the kids are in school. Okay? Stop with the hot yoga. You don't need it. We're going to serve sandwiches, kind of get a little meat on your bones. Anyway, they're going to discuss plans for at least the next year, including travel abroad. That's going to be them. Major events and key aims. It's set to be a busy year for the monarch, who will travel to Kenya with his wife in autumn. William and Kate aren't going to do anything. They said next year the royals are traveling to Canada and Australia, according to the paper. It's thought the royal family intended to try and shore up the Commonwealth after a royal tour by William and Kate in the Caribbean last year drew a wealth of criticism, including a photo call in which the pair took photographs with young people trapped behind a metal fence. Now, sources have described the trip as a massive wake up call, although denied it had been a complete catastrophe. Y'all, listen, Charles is starting to see that William and Kate are so lazy, they will burn down everything he spent built. And they're too stupid to know that they're burning down their own house. Kudos to, so this is another thing I think they're getting. He's floating out there. Who knows what'll happen to get Will and Kate to heal. They said the exact date that King Charles and Prince Harry are likely to meet for peace talks have been revealed, but Meghan Markle isn't expected to be there. Now, here's the funny thing. I know he has to talk to his dad, but the fact that they're trying to Fergie Meghan, it does, and I know this is Meghan and Harry, they have an understanding, I get it. It does bother me that Harry keeps making more and more concessions to his father. It bothers me that they continue to act like Meghan doesn't exist. And it bothers me that Harry continues to feed into it. Now, again, maybe Harry needs to discuss business. Maybe there's something we don't know. But the disrespect, I just know that, like, if they would only acknowledge Meghan and treat her as a human, probably they'd go back. But then again, good thing they're not, because I'd have to start dragging Harry and Meghan. Because if you guys don't know it, hi, my name is Tisa. I want to abolish the monarchy. I do not think it can be changed. I do not think it can be better. So good for them for leaving. Anyway, Harry is reportedly due to fly back home to California from London next month after the Invictus Games ends. Now that's going to be odd because Meghan is supposed to do the closing ceremonies with Harry. So how's that going to work? Meanwhile, the king is due to return from a summer holiday in Balmoral in mid-September, meaning that both Harry and Charles will be in the British capital at the same time. It is said that the pair could meet with one another in the hopes of smoothing out tensions within the royal family. Staff are reportedly making plans for the peace talks to take place on September 17th, ahead of the king's trip to France. One source said King Charles is due to return to London from Balmoral in the middle of September, which ties to the end of Harry's Invictus Games in Dusseldorf. The king has rescheduled all official visit to France on September 20th, so he has a few days to spare in London. Staff are trying to fine-tune details as we speak. Okay, all right, so let me stop. I take back everything I said. Again, why do I keep feeding into these narratives? Let me just say this. So basically, Harry has not cemented plans to leave to wait for to to meet with the king outside without Meghan by his side. The palace wants him to fly to meet his father, to leave his wife, have her fly back home alone, and to. So once again, they want Harry to somehow show that he does not care, to distance himself from Meghan, and to show Meghan doesn't matter. Okay, so this meeting's not going to take place. What else did it say? They said if talks take place, so that means Harry has not agreed to disrespect his wife. Okay, I apologize for what I said about Harry earlier. I should have known, right? The king will make it very clear that there will be absolutely no private family business discussed in public moving forward. Although Meghan is said to be accompanying Harry to the Invictus Games, a source said it is highly unlikely that she would be included in any peace talks that took place between Harry and the king. Okay, so basically, this is all cap. Charles wants to use Harry as a tool to get, in my opinion, Kate and William to submit. He also wants to see if Harry's open to cutting Meghan out of his life in return to being brought back into the royal fold. Y'all, these people haven't learned a thing. And you know what? I'm glad that William's burning down the monarchy one dumb move at a time. Y'all, oh hell, the Prince of Wales, because baby, you doing the Lord's work right now. Anyway, my little tattletales, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.